My fiancé said, I need help with my dad's funeral costs. I said, of course, whatever you need. Then I invited her 4 other boyfriends to the funeral. I'd been with Natalie for 8 months, and we'd just gotten engaged when she called me sobbing so hard she could barely breathe. My dad just died of a heart attack, and I can't afford the funeral because his life insurance lapsed, and I'm drowning in student loans. I immediately transferred her $5,000 and drove over to hold her while she cried into my chest for hours, talking about how her dad was her best friend, and their last conversation was a fight about her career. She showed me old photos of them together at her college graduation, and I held her until she fell asleep clutching his picture. She flew home to Denver for arrangements while I kept sending money for the mahogany casket with gold handles and burial plot and catering, because grief doesn't follow logic, so I just kept paying. 3 weeks later, she needed another $2,000 for lawyer fees because her dad's ex-business partner was contesting some documents. I was booking my flight for the memorial service when I got the weirdest Instagram DM from some random guy asking, hey man, are you dating Natalie? Because I think we have a problem. My first thought was this dude was her ex trying to start drama, but then he sent me a selfie of them from last week, and I literally dropped my phone because she was wearing the necklace I'd bought her for our anniversary. Wait, what the hell, when was this taken? I typed back, and he replied, Tuesday when she got back from visiting her mom. But dude, she told me her dad died of cancer, and I've been paying for the funeral. And I just stared at my screen, because Tuesday she was supposedly arranging flowers in Denver. We got on video chat, and this guy looked as sick as I felt when he said, bro, she's been my girlfriend for 4 months. And I thought, girlfriend? Because I'm her fiancé. While he showed me screenshots of her saying she watched her dad deteriorate from cancer when she told me he dropped dead instantly. Hold up, I'm adding someone else, he said. And suddenly another guy appeared saying, please tell me you're not both dating Natalie because I've been with her 6 months, and her dad died in a car accident last week. And we all sat there in stunned silence until I said, her dad died 3 weeks ago. What do you mean last week? Within 2 hours, we'd found 2 more boyfriends, including one who'd been dating her for 2 years. And we had a group chat of 5 guys comparing screenshots until the first guy said, yo guys, her dad just posted on Facebook, and sent us a screenshot of him holding a fish with the caption, great day to be alive. We were all furious, but weirdly bonded over being scammed. So we made a plan to expose everything spectacularly. I told Natalie I'd booked my flight and asked for the funeral home address, which she gave me, along with wear his favorite color blue because daddy would have loved that, which made me physically ill, knowing daddy was probably helping her craft these texts. We all booked flights to arrive simultaneously and agreed to meet at a coffee shop nearby to coordinate, because if we were going to blow this up, we were doing it with style. The funeral home was real, and she'd actually booked a viewing room for a fake funeral, complete with guest book and memorial video playing on loop. The room had flowers everywhere and programs with her dad's picture and a closed mahogany casket at the front, which was psychotic levels of commitment. Natalie was there in a black dress greeting people, and when she saw me, her face lit up with this sweet, sad smile that would have broken my heart if I didn't know her dad was probably watching the game somewhere. She hugged me tight, whispering, thank you for being here, baby. And I whispered back, I brought some friends who wanted to pay their respects, which made her pull back, confused, right as the other 4 walked in one after another in perfect synchronization. Her face went from confused to recognition to complete terror, like someone realizing their foot is stuck in train tracks and there's a steam engine hurtling right at them. The first guy walked up saying, hey babe, I'm so sorry about your dad dying of cancer. And the second immediately followed with, cancer? But you told me it was a car accident. The third said, that's weird. She told me it was a heart attack. And the fourth just held the program asking, so, which death certificate did you use for this rental? Natalie started backing away, stammering, I can explain. But before she could attempt whatever lie she was cooking, we heard a man's voice from the hallway. Natalie, honey, are you done yet? Because I need to get to the airport. And in walked her very alive dad, who froze when he saw the 5 of us standing around his own funeral setup. His face went white, and he said, Natalie, what the hell did you do now? I told you 5 at once was too many. She grabbed her purse and sprinted out the back while her dad stood there looking at his memorial programs, muttering, we should have stuck with 3 like we did in Phoenix. We never got our money back, but the 5 of us still have a group chat to make sure we don't date each other's girlfriends ever again.